Live on tape from Peninsula Television Studios, high above beautiful downtown San Carlos, Pacific Bell presents Peninsula Quiz Kids! And now, the host of our show, Brad Friedman!
Oh, thank you! Hi, everybody. Welcome to Peninsula Quiz Kids, the show where knowledge, speed, and collaboration are the tools these kids need for the chance to win fabulous prizes. Today, we're going to see the Dons versus the Padres, so let's meet the Aragon High School Dons! Here is our captain, Scott Goodwin. Scott, you're a junior. You have a lot of interests. You like to write. Your favorite subject is history. You play karate. I guess play isn't the right word. Are your hands a lethal weapon?
Yeah.
I understand you're also a web designer. Mm-hmm. What are some of the projects you've been working on?
I've worked on some local bands' websites as well as my friend's internet radio station at one point.
So can we talk afterwards about a website for...
We'll write a contract up.
Yeah, okay, we'll write a contract up. Here is your teammate, George Lee. George, you're a senior. You are also copy editor for the yearbook. Yes. So it's about deadline time, I guess. What were some of the challenges facing you as a yearbook editor?
Well, one night we were joking about staying overnight. We didn't think we would do it, but we actually stayed up until 8 the next morning working.
This is good.
Yes.
This is good. Was it worth it?
Yes.
Good. And here is Alex Kahn. Alex, you're a sophomore.
Yeah.
And you also play the violin. I played the violin badly for 5 years. How long have you been playing the violin?
11 years, and not badly, I don't think.
Good. That's very good. Who are some of your favorite composers to play?
I don't play favorites.
You don't play
favorites.
You don't play favorites. That's an interesting philosophy. Okay, well, let's see how you do. We, of course, have to thank their coach who's come with them. She is the AP biology teacher at Aragon, Miss Kathy Kliegel. Give her a hand. All right, Aragon, let's see how you do against the Serra High School Padres. Captain Michael Torres.
Hi, Brad.
You are a senior.
That's right.
I understand you want to study philosophy and law.
That is correct.
Those are very weighty topics. How did you get interested in those career?
Well, I was hung by my ankles and beat with a hickory stick until I agreed.
Ah, strong parental support, I see.
You might say that.
Good. Well, I wish you luck on that. You also play varsity soccer and volleyball.
Indeed, I do.
So you'll be able to blow off some steam that way. Here is your teammate, Jonathan Seabug.
Yeah.
Jonathan, you're a senior as well. You work on the school paper.
Mm-hmm.
So what are some of the duties you have on the paper?
Well, I'm a news editor, but we're forced to subordinate to a unruly dictator of a news editor, or executive editor.
You know, it's always the way, I think, in every newspaper. Yeah. You're also involved in the performing arts.
Yep.
And you all just did Grease. Were you in that?
Yeah.
Good. Was it fun?
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful.
One way to go out.
And you have here your teammate, Donald Lustenberger, also a senior. I understand you're a musician. What do you play, Donald?
I like to play the sax and the guitar.
Were you in the pit for Grease?
Yes, I was.
Good. And I understand you love to travel.
Yeah.
Well, you're going to be graduating. You have any travel plans for the summer?
Well, Europe sounds nice, actually.
I bet Europe does sound nice. I bet courtesy of EFS Educational Tours. But we'll have to see if Aragon can take away your chances at that. So we're going to play. We'll hope you do very well. I'm sure you'll do well because you have a wonderful coach from Serra. He teaches AP English, and his name is Keith Stapleton. So give a hand to Keith.
There you go.
And before we begin, of course, I have to give great thanks and appreciation to our judge, the mighty Frank Saboti. Please give a hand to Frank. He will make sure that everything I do is kosher. All right, ready to play? Let's start with round one, the lightning round. You like our cool new graphics? They're pretty nice, aren't they? Yeah. All right, let me tell you how to play the lightning round. You'll see in front of you buzzer boxes. You each have your own buzzer. In this round, it's a matter of speed because the first person who buzzes in after I ask the question gets the chance to answer. If you answer the question correctly, you'll score 10 points for your team. If not, the other team gets a chance to collaborate. You'll have 10 seconds to plan an answer, and if you come up with the right answer, you'll steal those 10 points. You understand? All right, good luck to both of you teams. Here we go. In what country is the historically cultural and artistic city of Luxor located? Yes, Scott.
Egypt.
Egypt is correct for 10. I'm so excited, my voice is starting to change. Isn't that exciting? All right. Which U.S. president served prior to Gerald Ford? Yes, Scott.
Nixon.
Nixon is right for 10. Which Major League Baseball team won the 1998 World Series? Yes, Scott.
The Yankees.
Yankees is right for 10 points. The rest of you can sit down. Scott and I will continue. How many 3/4 pound bags of sugar can be filled from 36 pounds of sugar? Yes, Alex.
48.
48 is the right answer for 10 points. Name the American author who wrote Walden, an expression of his transcendentalist. Yes, George.
Henry Thoreau.
Thoreau is the right answer for 10. Jonathan, did you want to tell me something? No. No, all right. Who composed the 1786 musical score, The Marriage of Figaro? Yes, Scott.
Mozart.
Mozart is right for 10 points. We're starting off with quite a lead from Aragon, 60 points to Serra 0. You can still catch up. What was Newt Gingrich's most visible position in the House of Representatives? Yes, Michael.
Speaker of the House.
Speaker of the House. I was thinking of another position, but I'll move on. The pea and bean family restore which of the following minerals to the soil? Nitrates, carbonates, or phosphates? Michael.
Carbonates.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. You have a chance to steal, Aragon. The pea and bean family restore which of the following minerals to the soil? Nitrates, carbonates, or phosphates?
Nitrates.
Nitrates is right for 10 points.
Thank you.
In which sport did Arthur Ashe excel? Yes, Jonathan.
Tennis.
Tennis is right. 10. The Winter Palace was fired upon beginning what famous revolution? Michael.
The French Revolution.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Aragon, you can steal it. The Winter Palace's firing upon signaled the beginning of what famous revolution?
Like Russia. Russia.
Russian is correct for 10. What is the metric equivalent of track's half-mile race? Michael.
The 800 meter.
800 meter is right. Next question. Give me one word signifying a dictionary of synonyms. Michael.
Thesaurus.
Thesaurus is right for 10 points. Let's look at the score, and the score is Aragon 80, Serra 40. I'm getting so excited. The stamen produces the male pollen of a typical flower. What part produces the female? Yes? Say it again?
Pistil.
Pistil is correct for 10. Roger Bannister was the first person to achieve what sports record? Roger Bannister? Jonathan?
Track.
I'm sorry, that is not correct. We'll give a chance to Aragon to steal this. Can you name the sports record that Roger Bannister was the first person to set?
Fastest mile.
It was the sub-4-minute mile. I'm sorry, I was incorrect. We'll keep going. In what country is Ernesto Zedillo currently? Scott.
Mexico.
Mexico is right. He is president. Michael, did you want to disagree with that?
No.
All right.
I agreed.
Name the Spanish painter who created the work known as Guernica. Alex.
Picasso.
Picasso is right for 10 points. Within 10 years, what year did China invade Tibet? Scott.
1950.
That is correct. It was 1959. Omnipotent means all-powerful. What does omniscient mean? Yes. Yes?
All-knowing.
All-knowing is correct for 10 points. Let's look at the score. Aragon has 110. Serra has 60. Every insect has how many legs? Yes, Donald?
6.
6 is correct for 10. What is the mass in grams of 1 cubic centimeter of water? Jonathan?
1 gram.
1 gram is right for 10 points. Is the main character in a Greek tragedy called the antagonist, Yes, Michael?
The protagonist.
Protagonist is correct for 10 points. Clouds in the form of towers and rising mounds, often resembling a cauliflower at the upper levels, are called what? Michael.
Cumulus.
Cumulus clouds is right for 10 points. Who did San Francisco Mayor Willie Brown defeat in the runoff election? Yes, Scott.
Emiliano.
Tom.
Emiliano.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. You can steal this one, Sarah. Yes.
Amiato.
Tom, say again.
Amiato.
I'm sorry, that's also incorrect. It was Amiano. Tom would not like it if you said his name wrong. Last question in this category, in this round. In the book of Exodus, how long did the children of Israel spend Yes, Scott.
7 years.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Let me finish the question. In the book of Exodus, how long did the children of Israel spend wandering about the wilderness? You may talk it over.
40 years.
40 years is right for 10 points. Let's look at the score at the end of this round. It is a tie, Aragon and Serra. You guys are playing a very exciting game. Let us go on before the second round. We're going to see some information about Aragon High School. My friend. I love that song. George, I've got to ask you this question. What is a Don?
Don is our school mascot, and it's a Spanish soldier with a sword.
Like Don Quixote?
Yes.
So do you have Don Quixote wandering on the field during games?
Not Don Quixote, but we do have a Don, yes.
Don Aragon.
Yeah.
Well, good. That's good. You're about to leave Aragon. Are you excited about the future, what it holds for you?
Yep, sure am.
Gonna miss anything about Aragon?
Just all the activities there and all the people.
Good. Well, good. Well, good luck to you.
Thanks.
It's time for our second round. We call this one the face-off round. Yes, here is where two team members show off their expertise in a topic. Expertise. It is not enunciation. Aragon has George here facing off in math, and Sarah, Jonathan will be facing off in science. Very brainy topics. We'll see how you do. I am going to start with the alphabetical order. That's how I did it once before when we had a tie. So we'll start with Aragon. I'll ask you questions, one after the other, back and forth. If you get the correct answer, you'll score 20 points. If you don't, we'll move on. No one gets a chance to steal the points away from you. Everyone understand? Here we go, and good luck to both of you. First math question. If two numbers add up to 0, we call them inverse numbers. What do we call two numbers with a product of 1?
Reciprocals?
Reciprocals is correct for 20 points. First science question. Many swamps give off strong gases due to decomposition. Which is the most common?
Methane?
Methane is right for 20. George, here's your next math question. What is the greatest common factor of 29 and 47?
1.
1 is right for 20. Jonathan, what kind of rock is most prevalent in caves with stalactites? What kind of rock is most prevalent in caves with stalactites? Our new buzzer. The answer is limestone. A little technical difficulty, folks. Let's go on to math. Give the definition of a secant.
A secant is a line passing through two different points on a circle.
That is correct for 20. Science. After which inventor are the decibel units named?
Decibel?
Is that your answer?
Sure.
Like Dave Decibel? Kind of?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's incorrect. It's Alexander Graham Bell. Next math question. Binary arithmetic uses a simple numeration system with only 2 symbols. What are those symbols?
0 and 1.
0 and 1 is right for 20 points. Which of the 2 elements found in salt is a metal?
Sodium?
That is correct for 20 points. We had to pull that one out of you, didn't we? All right. Math question. What is the formula for finding the area of a circle?
Pi r squared.
Pi r squared is right for 20. To which phylum does the butterfly belong?
Lepidoptera.
I'm sorry, that's wrong. It's Arthropoda.
All right then.
How long is the diagonal of a rectangular plot 20 yards long and 15 yards wide?
25 yards.
25 yards is correct for 20. What disease caused by a lack of vitamin C was commonly found among sailors during long sea voyages?
Scurvy?
Scurvy is right. In trigonometry, what is the reciprocal of sine called?
Cosecant.
Cosecant is right for 20. What force of nature forms fjords?
Wind?
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. It's glacier formation. That's beautiful. It's in harmony. That signals the end of the second round. And the score, Aragon 250, Serra 170. Don't worry, Jonathan, you'll have a chance to catch up in our final round. But first, let's find out about Serra High School. Watch this.
Since 1944, Junipero Serra has been San Mateo County's Catholic high school for young men. We're a college preparatory reflecting the cultural richness of the local community. The Junipero Serra mission is to develop the unique gifts and talents of each student and to foster gospel values in an environment of academic excellence and mutual respect.
My favorite thing about Serra is pretty much the atmosphere you have here. The friends you make here are pretty much your friends for life. It's an experience that you're never going to be able to forget. The teachers here, they're not only the teachers, but they're also your close friends. You can pretty much tell them anything and go to them for whatever you need. And it's nothing but positive reinforcement here, and it's really good.
Michael, it's almost time to go. You're gonna be graduating in June, and a new class will be coming in. What advice would you give the incoming freshmen as they arrive in September to Serra High School?
Don't fail, or I will come back with a vengeance and smite you.
It's kind of a relaxing piece of advice, yes. Well, I hope that you don't do that. Never mind, let's move on. It's time for the third round, the great collaboration round. You see those people collaborating? See, it's the new graphics they're throwing me. They're so beautiful. I'm going to tell you how to play the collaboration round right now. Here's your chance to bring your point values up and perhaps steal the lead from Aragon. I have 2 sets of questions here. The easy questions are worth 20 points. The harder questions are worth 40. I'm going to start with Serra, and I'm going to ask you to give me a point value. I'll ask you a question. You can collaborate for 10 seconds. If you get the right answer, you'll take the point value with you, add it to your score. If you don't get the right answer, the other team gets a chance to collaborate and steal the points. And we'll keep going until the game is over. Everyone understand? I'm only going to be able to accept answers from the captains. So right now, I want you all to talk together, but I'm only going to be talking back to Michael and Scott. Michael, give us the first question.
I'm going to go with 40 points.
40 points. In what sport did Willie Shoemaker excel? Talk it over.
It's racing. It's racing.
Racing.
Yes.
Can I get any more?
Formula One racing?
I'm sorry?
Formula One racing?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. I'm going to turn to Aragon, give you the chance to steal the 40 points.
Horse racing. You like horse
In what sport did Willie Shoemaker excel?
Horse racing?
Horse racing is correct. For 40. Scott.
We'll have 20 points, please.
Take a 20-pointer. In which Shakespeare play do these lines appear? Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears.
Julius Caesar?
Julius Caesar is correct. Mark Anthony. Michael.
I'm going to go with another 40-point question.
Another 40-point question. Name this Pulitzer Prize-winning American author of the poem The Road Less Traveled.
Robert Frost.
Robert Frost is right for 40 points. Aragon.
We'll go with another 20-point question.
20-point question. Which Italian leader is most associated with the term fascism?
Mussolini?
Mussolini is correct for 20. Let's look at the score. It is Serra's 210, Aragon 330.
40 points again.
40 points again. The autobiography of which current African-American civil rights and political leader is called Up with Hope?
Is it Colin Powell?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Aragon, can you name the African-American civil rights and political leader who wrote Up with Hope?
No, it's not King. It's Jesse Jackson. Or is it Jesse? I think so. Okay. Jesse Jackson?
Jesse Jackson is right for 40 points. Scott?
20 points, please.
20 points. In the equation for converting Celsius to Fahrenheit, how much is added?
32?
32 is right for 20 points. Michael.
40 points again.
40 points again. Name the Dutch artist who painted the anatomy lesson of Dr. Tulp. Or Tulp.
Was it Renoir?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Aragon, can you name the Dutch artist who painted the anatomy lesson of Dr. Tulp?
Dutch. Rembrandt?
Rembrandt is right for 40 points. Scott, it's your turn.
20 points, please.
20 points. In which country was the first atomic device detonated?
The United States?
The United States is right for 20. Michael.
40 again, Brad.
The mineral pitchblende is an important source of what element? The mineral pitchblende is an important source of what element?
Carbon?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. For 40 points, Aragon, the mineral pitchblende is an important source of what element?
Uranium?
Is right for 40 points. And Scott, it's your turn.
20 points, please.
20 points. Name the musical instrument developed in the 1950s by Les Paul and Leo Fender.
Electric guitar?
Electric guitar is right for 20. Let's look at the score. Serra has 210, Aragon 510. Michael.
Another 40-pointer.
40-pointer. What French ruler signed the Treaty of Alliance with the United States in February 1778?
Louis?
Can I have more information than that?
Louis the 16th?
That is right for 40 points. Aragon.
20 points, please.
Which of the two chambers in the heart has the thicker wall?
The left ventricle?
Judge. Correct. That is correct. 20. Michael.
40 points, please.
Rick Barry and son Ricky excelled in which sport?
Basketball.
Basketball is right for 40. Aragon.
20 points, please.
20-pointer. Who is the subject of the famous poem that begins, "Listen, my children, and you shall hear"?
Paul Revere?
The Midnight Ride. 20 points. Michael.
40 points again.
To what beverage did Louis Pasteur first apply his principle of pasteurization?
That would be milk.
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Aragon, can you tell us the beverage that Louis Pasteur first applied his principle of pasteurization to?
Saltwater?
No, I'm sorry. The answer is wine. Wine. But it's your turn.
20 points, please.
20 points. Name the National League baseball team that won the most World Series in the 1990s. And your answer?
The Yankees?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Can you name it?
Braves.
The Atlanta Braves is right for 20. Michael.
40 points, Brad.
For 40, name the 2 neighboring countries in Asia that tested atomic bombs in 1998.
Would they be India and Korea?
I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Can you name the 2 neighboring countries, Aragon, in Asia that tested atomic bombs in 1998?
India and Pakistan.
India and Pakistan is right for 40. Scott, go for it.
20 points, please.
20 points. What is the formula for the allotrope of oxygen which is most stable?
I have no idea what O2. O2?
O2 is right for 20. 40 points, Michael. Which of the following numbers is a perfect cube? 3, 6, 8, 24, or 36?
That'd be 8.
8 is correct for 40. Aragon.
20 points, please.
Which U.S. national park home to the Geyser Old Faithful was established in 1872?
Yellowstone?
Yellowstone is right for 20. Michael?
40 points, Brad.
Which American author whose novels were mostly set in the South wrote Absalom, Absalom?
That would be William Faulkner.
William Faulkner is right for 40. And time is up. The round is over, the game is over, and the final score, Serra is 390, Aragon with 630 are the winners of this game. Well, Scott, I have to say, you guys came on really strong for the final round, but both teams played really well. Michael, you guys should be congratulated for your knowledge. I want to thank you both for coming. You'll be coming back, team, to play another team for the chance at the big trip to Europe, courtesy of EFS Educational Tours. And I'd like to thank all of you for tuning in and watching us. I hope you'll come back. Thanks, and see you later. Bye-bye.
The grand prize, a trip to London, Paris, and Rome, is provided courtesy of EF Educational Tours of Santa Barbara. The producers of Peninsula Quiz Kids thank the following for their support: Pacific Bell, Independent Newspaper Group, Jamba Juice Peninsula, Century Theaters, Target, Sam Trans, Festive Productions Burlingame, Silver Terrace Nursery, AEIS Ronald Bland, www.channelx.com, and Expression Center for New Media.